Jambo once again, and I hope you are enjoying the first weekend of the month of March 2021, and a warm welcome to you all. Today, it's the turn of Kenyans living in Dakar, Senegal, to showcase one of their own, and it is none other than Elijah Muhati, a development specialist whose passion lies in smart agriculture.
Most of the jobs right now that governments have to create, actually, agriculture as an answer to them.
We will also cross over to Arusha, Tanzania, where Duncan Okumu shares his journey in the hospitality sector in Africa before settling at the Kibo Palace Hotel, a hotel that is frequented by dignitaries, including presidents. On Kenya to the World, Pink Savannah and their journey of exporting Kenyan-made brass jewelry. And on My Magical Kenya, our cameras are on Mount Elgin. Great. Let's now relax and follow the story of Elijah Muhati, a Kenyan development specialist based in Dakar. Michael.
This continent needs us Africans to develop it because nobody else can come and develop this continent for us.
Elijah Agnew Mbwavi Muhati is a man on a mission. Born in Kakamega County, Muhati has always had a soft spot for all things nature.
My mother was a peasant farmer. My father was a surveyor, and most of the things we used to eat, we used to grow them ourselves. And apart from that, I had a habit of growing trees and protecting whatever I would find that is natural.
With this as his foundation, Muhati joined the University of Nairobi to pursue a degree in geography and sociology. Upon completion, he got employment at the East Africa Wildlife Society, but in 2000, his desire for smart agriculture and sustainable development saw him leave the country for further studies in Israel. This was his first ever experience abroad.
It was a big culture shock for me because normally you would think Israel is a dry country with nothing much. But when we went to Israel, we were very shocked that they are growing so much food with very little water, using what we now call climate smart agriculture.
The following year, Muhati's agribusiness journey saw him relocate to the Netherlands, where he pursued a postgraduate degree in development studies.
These are guys who have managed to manage the North Sea. They have mastered the art of controlling water. I was interested in coming to Africa, back to Africa, to make a difference, especially in the sectors where I had worked before, the environment and agriculture. So Netherlands, it was a demonstration of what they can do with very little.
And in 2002, armed with new information and skills, Muhati returned to the continent ready to make a difference. This ultimately resulted in his relocation to West Africa.
I took up a regional position as a policy research and documentation officer for a regional education network, campaign network. After some time, I decided that I'm better off entering into the world of consultancy.
That is how RegioDev Africa was born. The firm offers regional development solutions in various sectors such as education, infrastructure and agribusiness through training and research.
Africa has a lot of potential for agribusiness, and most of the jobs right now that governments have to create, actually, agriculture as an answer to them. If they can develop the sector and develop the value chains, it has a great potential to transform this continent. I design projects in all these sectors. I design some projects and help source for funding for those projects.
Since 2009, Muhati has been successful in his quest for a better and more food-secure Africa. This, he says, is largely due to Dakar's welcoming nature.
Senegal has been very receptive of foreigners. Whether you came with a visa or not, you will never be denied entry into Senegal. They will facilitate you. You will have your visa, you will enter. Even long time ago, they used to just hold your passport. You enter, then you can, when you're traveling, you pick your passport and go. They really, that's how friendly they are. There's not too much restriction. Movement of people comes with opportunities.
It is for this reason that Muhati believes with cooperation, Africa has the capability of building itself without Western intervention.
After being abroad, I realized that actually most of those things you can do them here and you can have a better quality of life. It's always been my hope and dream that an enabling environment can be created, what I call the right ecosystem, for young people to thrive right here, not to desire to go outside. The truth is actually you can have almost, if not better, opportunities right here in Africa.
And as we wind up, what does the old boy of Okumu High School have to say from his experience abroad?
If God opened the door for you to go to any country in the world, why not? Go for it. Basically we are global citizens. It's just the restrictions we have on visas and so on. But wherever you find yourself, try to maximize the opportunities you have. Of course, live within the rules of the country where you are. And anybody can prosper anywhere.
For Chams Media, my name is Michael Zimanji.
Many thanks to Michael Zimanji for that story of Elijah Muhati, a Kenyan development specialist who is based in Dakar, Senegal. But Michael is not yet done. He's still next with the Kenya to the World segment.
This is Pink Savannah, a fashion and accessories brand specializing in the manufacture and exportation of Kenyan-made brass jewelry. Located in Parklands, Nairobi County, the company is the brainchild of two sisters, Glenna and Glyza, who founded the business out of a love for craftsmanship.
I used to make friendship bracelets for my friends. So our dad gave us our first pliers, where we started making earrings on my mom's living room floor. We actually changed her whole living room to our studio, and making jewelry on the floor. So we started off making earrings, and then obviously increased our units into like earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and what have you. And that's how Pink Savannah came up. It's inspiration of obviously the beauty of Kenya, its nature in the wild. Our brass is locally sourced from art centers either in Kibera, Dandora, or Rongai. And we support art centers and youth who cast our brass. So we do the designs, they cast it for us, they bring it back, and then we assemble our items. And we also use a mixture of materials. We use cow horn, cow bone, reclaimed wood from furniture shops that they discard, so we take it over, and then obviously our artisans shape it to what we design.
Currently, the co-owners have been able to successfully export their products to various parts of the globe.
So we've done UK, the US, and Dubai. Luckily enough, we have DHL in Kenya, and the good thing is when someone orders from abroad, they pay the shipping and all of that. So for us, we've used about DHL and TNT which are great courier services.
But how easy was it breaking into the international scene?
Actually not easy, first of all, because getting your stuff out there, because you need to be out there to show your products. So luckily enough, we had a little bit of budget to take part in some of the trade shows out there. We had done a trade show here locally where they invited international buyers. We've done one in London.
In addition to this, programs like She Trades also play an important role in helping Kenyan businesses reach global markets.
So they're actually a platform. So they guide you with the course on how to start exporting, so that they've been a great help to us as well, because they actually narrow down all your challenges on what you can do.
So, with about 6 years of exporting experience under her belt, Glenna is confident that Kenya has a lot to offer when it comes to global trade, a fact that she plans to take full advantage of.
I think for us, showing that we are capable of having good quality products made in Kenya. And the fact that we've got resources, in terms of how a product is made and great craftsmanship, because that's what your brand is all about. I think there's a great market for the African and obviously Kenyan products.
And that's Kenya to the world. My name is Michael Zimanji.
Thank you, Michael, for that story. And that's an indication that Kenyan products are really doing well across the globe. We now take a short break. When we return,
this facility is 14 years old. It opened its doors on the 1st of March 2006.
Duncan Okumu, a Kenyan managing Kibo Palace Hotel in Arusha, a hotel that is frequented by dignitaries, including presidents. Welcome back. We are glad you are still with us. Remember, we began today's show with the story of Elijah Muhati, a Kenyan development specialist who is based in Dakar, Senegal. Time now to cross over to Arusha, Tanzania. And we are featuring Duncan Okumu, a Kenyan who is managing Kibo Palace Hotel, a hotel that is frequented by dignitaries, including presidents. A rare dinner at a presidential suite at the Kibo Palace Hotel, Arusha, with General Manager Duncan Okumu. Okumu, an alumnus of Utalii College in Kenya, has been here since 2018.
This facility is 14 years old. It opened its doors on the 1st of March 2006.
Kibo Palace Hotel is strategically located between the gateway of some of the most conspicuous safari destinations and Mount Kilimanjaro, whose highest point is named after.
First is the design. And for your information, it was designed by a Kenyan. And even the ground, the lawns were done by Kenyans. You've got much spacious room. You've got very friendly and professional staff. And what people love about us is the hospitality and our food. We're also very privileged to have a Kenyan food who knows his taste. And I'm glad while you're staying with us, you really enjoy that. We have a beautiful lawn that everyone just loves to come and just watch.
The Little Paradise comes with all the amenities you would expect in a modern city right in the world. One of the key features that makes the hotel stand out are its presidential suites, named after two former Tanzanian presidents, Jakaya Kikwete and Julius Nyerere.
We've hosted so many dignitaries and mostly sitting presidents. We've hosted and been hosting former presidents of different countries, former prime ministers, chief of defense forces, security heads. So we've hosted several dignitaries from different countries, especially East Africa, of course. And their experience has been that of, I only want to go to Kibo Palace.
So what is in a presidential suite? What makes it special?
A presidential suite in Kibo Palace has got three parts. We've got a lounge area that is very spacious, and it's got a dining table well set up as per the 5 standard procedures of the hotel. Then we've got a kitchenette that if you feel that you just want to cook your own food or you want our chef to come and cook for you while you enjoy your stay here in Arusha or Kibo Palace, we do that as well. And then you've got your beautiful and very comfortable bedroom with the queen-size bed and a couch as well. And it's very private. So, and when you're here and you don't want to go to the restaurant, you don't want to have meals here, we always deliver for you.
Duncan emphasizes that to them, every guest is a VIP. Hence, the presidential suites are open to anyone who can afford them.
It's not only dignitaries. Anyone who can afford definitely can have this. We're in the business of selling rooms, so because we have got different categories of rooms. We got these ones, we got deluxe, we got suites, and we got normal standard rooms. So, and our prices are always very, 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 very friendly. So if you choose to stay in a presidential suite, of course we treat you like a royalty, so you are a dignitary to us. And not only staying all our guests are VIPs, whether you're staying in a standard room, relaxed suite, or presidential suite, so you are a VIP to us.
And guess how much the presidential suite costs per night?
The presidential suite is $1,500 a night.
Duncan, who was born and raised up in Nyakach, Kisumu County, shares his journey in the hospitality sector.
It's not my first time in Arusha. I cleared my college in 2007 and I had a chance to go to Uganda briefly. Worked somewhere called Munyonyo Commonwealth, and then came back to Kenya and worked in Nairobi briefly. Then I got an opportunity to come to Arusha in 2010, my first time coming to Arusha, through a company called group of a company called Elewana Hotels. So I started here in my journey here in Arusha, worked for them for 2.5 years before I was transferred to Zanzibar, and then later on to Ngorongoro. Until 2016, so I had worked with them in Tanzania for 6 years. And then the same company was rebranding or getting into Kenya, and I was asked as one of now the few senior Kenyan managers to go back home and open up and start up that property. It's called San River Masai Mara. While I was at that, of course, it's a bush property. So Tanzania still kept on bringing to my mind because of the hospitality that the people have, and of course the amazing facilities that I'd seen. I'd seen this property. I'd come here severally when I was still in Arusha, and I'd fell in love with it. Coincidentally, I was chatting to a friend in Nairobi, like, do you know, Kibo is looking for general manager because the general manager is leaving. I said, okay, so what should I do? Like, I can get to someone who's got their contacts and just check it out. Luckily enough, when I sent them their CV, they was like, please, can you come over so that we can talk about it? And since I had 6 years of experience in Tanzania, so like you're the right person that we're looking for.
The old boy of Durudiboro High School in Nyakach says, like any other hotel, Kibo Palace was negatively affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, but the situation is improving.
Of course, the months of March, April was very tough for us. That's when this pandemic was said to be on the high, but we were advised by the Ministry of Health and of course World Health Organization. So we've been taking those precautions and following the guidelines that we've been given. Still right now, we picked up, but not quite well. We again still continue to take those precautions as advised. And we all assure our guests that we're very safe here, and we'll be taken care of professionally and in very safe hands.
And for the Kenyan hotelier, working in Tanzania is as good as working in Kenya, and he enjoys goodwill from the locals.
Arusha is like a very global kind of town. You've got everyone here in Arusha, and I've got a very good chemistry with the locals, and that's why it was even very easy for me to come and settle in. While before, even right now, we've got projects that we're sponsoring, got orphanages that we're sponsoring, so it really connects us to the locals, because we do appreciate them for hosting us here, and they also do appreciate us in turn. Other nationalities, yes, as well. We do meet once in a while, and of course we share our experiences, and it's all been amazing.
Great. Duncan Okumu joins the growing list of Kenyan hoteliers we've featured on this show, and they are spread across the world. Many of them alumni of Utalii College, and that makes Kenya proud. We now move into the last segment of our show, and today we share the beauty of Mount Elgon to the world.
My Magical Kenya, brought to you by Chams Adventures.
Mount Elgin, an oasis of beauty and serenity. Located at the border of Kenya and Uganda, Mount Elgin is the largest volcanic mountain in East Africa. With an area of approximately 4,000 kilometers squared, the mountain is an ideal location for all those wishing to connect with nature. The mountain offers the best and most spectacular views imaginable. Camping, nature walks, mountain climbing, biking, and bird watching are just a few of the activities one can engage in on the mountain. But the most interesting has to be cave exploration. Elgin is home to a number of caves, and one of the most visited happens to be Kitum Cave. Excavated by elephants, the cave is approximately 200 meters in length. While here, you could also decide to spend a night or two at the famous Mount Elgin National Park. Established in 1968, the park gives you access to wildlife. Elephants, buffaloes, waterbucks, and leopards are just some of the popular wildlife attractions of the region. With all this beauty, wildlife, and adventure, Elgin is most definitely a must-visit destination for all thrill seekers. For Chams Media, my name is Michael Zimanji.
My Magical Kenya, brought to you by Chams Adventures.
Great. With that segment, we come to the end of the show. Remember, Daring Abroad is a show of its own kind. A show that literally brings the world right into your living room or at your fingertips. And it is always a pleasure being with you. Until we meet again next time, many thanks for watching.